So I highly recommend that before you start reading Hedgie's Guide to Calm to your students, that you are very familiar with it yourself. It will take you a few minutes, you'll get it, especially if you've done the Hedgie's Guide to Calm 21-day challenge. There's nothing in here that you won't know already. But depending on your students and where they're at, you may want to break down the guide into different sections. Take your time. There's no hurry. You don't have to do this over a day or a couple of days or even a week. Spread it over a couple of weeks, spread it over a whole month. So you are very comfortable with it. Your students are very comfortable with it. First off, I would introduce them to Hedgie. Now, Hedgie, of course, is a hedgehog. And I actually originally had the action song, but it wasn't Hedgie's Calm Action Song. Hedgie had nothing to do with it. I actually shared the song and my ideas with one of my friends who is also a fellow educator, mom, and a wonderful artist. And she was the one who came up with Hedgie as being the face for now what I call Hedgie's Guide to Calm. She also came up with the title Hedgie's Guide to Calm. So I loved this idea because, again, with me teaching young children, I find that they are very drawn to lovable and trustworthy characters, and Hedgie is that. So I would just start the beginning of the book, introduce with Hedgie. Again, you've been singing Hedgie's Calm Action Song, which you can have the cards that you can get from the website for free and post them in your room. So they're already familiar with what Hedgie looks like. And I would just begin to read the beginning of the book and then slowly introduce the 5 superpowers. So depending on your student's age and developmental level, I recommend that you start with the 5 superpowers to becoming a super calm you. So we have stop, look, listen, wiggle, and breathe. And that is just break down those 5 superpowers. Again, just start with stop and do stop for a week. Then add look. Look may be a challenging one because that, again, is having them become in tune to their sensations and what is going on with their body. This may be something that is more challenging for you and something you need to start doing throughout your day. Again, Hedgie's 21-day challenge would really help you start to begin in tune with your own body and your own body sensations. Then you have listen, which again, that might get a little bit silly, which is totally fine. Let the kids be silly. Our bodies do make silly sounds that come out of different parts of our body, and that's okay because it's the truth. So just let them have their fun, let them talk about different sounds their body makes, let them write about them, sing about them, draw them, and make it a very comfortable thing. And again, also teach them that what is acceptable and respectful in a classroom environment and also out in the world. Because I think that's, again, part of our job is to educate them what's acceptable when they go out into the world. So yeah, if you need to talk about, burping and tooting and all these things, do it, laugh, and then just say, hey, you know what? Not acceptable in certain situations, but we're going to just talk about it because it's true, and then we're going to move on. Wiggle, again, I think is an easy one. And again, that might be where the superpower where you start with. You can go from stop to wiggle if you want to go from there, and then add look and listen. Breathing, again, we all breathe. So I just, to teach them how to breathe correctly will be so beneficial for them to help calm their nervous system down, but also for if they are involved in sports, if they are involved in music, playing an instrument, a woodwind instrument or a brass instrument, also in singing, just for their lungs, swimming, running. Also just remember to watch their shoulders because we tend to do this when we breathe in, but remember to keep it out, and it basically is focused on just below your ribs. That goes out when you breathe in and in when you breathe out. So those are the first 5 superpowers. Again, take your time. There is no hurry. This could be just something you introduce over a couple of months, and then after a few months, then you know what they are, and then it's part of your daily rhythm and routine in a very comfortable and successful way. And Hedgie would be very excited to be part of your daily rhythm and routine throughout the whole school year, and hopefully throughout your students' whole lives.